Hey there! Have you ever found yourself thinking, why can't I just snap out of this? Or maybe you've wondered, is this a hard season? Or is something actually wrong with me? Today I want to talk to you about the difference between sadness and depression. They are not the same thing. And understanding the difference can change how you care for yourself. First, let's start here. Sadness is a feeling. Depression is a condition. So sadness is a normal human emotion. It usually shows up when something hurts. Loss, disappointment, conflict, rejection, change. Sadness makes sense in context. It's your heart responding to something. Sadness says something hurts. Depression, it feels different. Depression is heavier. It can start with something painful, but it doesn't pass the way sadness usually does. It lingers. It settles in. It affects your thoughts, your body, your motivation. Depression says something is wrong with me or my life. Another big difference is time and intensity. Sadness comes in waves. You might cry, feel low, need a little extra rest, but you still have moments where you feel okay. And you can still laugh at something funny, and you can still feel connected. Depression doesn't really come in waves. It feels constant, or sometimes it feels like nothing at all, just numb. Daily life starts to feel overwhelming. Even simple things feel like a lot. I like to say, sadness visits, depression moves in, and it rearranges the furniture. So let's talk about thoughts. When you're sad, your thoughts usually sound like, this is really hard. I'm hurt. I wish things were different. When you're dealing with depression, the thoughts shift into something more painful like, nothing matters. I'm a burden. Things will never get better. I don't care about anything anymore. I don't know if any of those sound familiar at all. But depression often brings hopelessness, worthlessness, and the guilt doesn't really match reality. There are also physical differences. With sadness, you might cry more, want comfort, you might feel tired, but your energy eventually comes back. With depression, you might notice changes in sleep. Sleeping way more or barely sleeping at all. Appetite changes, low energy most days, trouble concentrating, and one of the biggest signs is losing interest in things you used to enjoy. And here's a really important one. Sadness still allows light in. Even if you're hurting, you can still feel a moment of relief, maybe joy, connection. Depression often flattens everything. It's not always crying. Sometimes it's just emptiness, numbness, feeling disconnected from yourself and the world. And if that's where you're at, I want you to hear this part really clearly. Sadness means you're human. Depression means you deserve support. If your feeling has lasted more than a couple weeks, or is affecting your sleep, your appetite, your relationships, or your ability to function, that's a sign to reach out. You don't have to figure it out alone, whether it's depression. That's what professionals are for. Neither sadness nor depression means you're weak. Neither means you failed. But knowing the difference can help you get the kind of care you actually need. And if you ever struggle to tell the difference, you are absolutely not alone. So this is Monica with Rooted with Joy. I want this to be a supportive channel for people who just want to have better mental health, want to change their mindset, just have a life rooted in joy, because that's what the title of the channel is. And so, yeah, so please follow if this resonates, or if you're just kind of wondering where you're at in life. Anyway, I'll be here, and if you want to subscribe, that'd be awesome. I'll be want to connect with you in the future. Thanks so much. Bye.